good afternoon. It's about lunchtime. We had a bit of a slow start to the day. We slept in until 8:30 a.m., which is like 11:30 at home, so we're still kind of on Indiana time, but that's okay. It works out to be productive here, I suppose. So Craig got up and worked out, and I played the sick card because I am still sick, obviously, so I did not work out. But I did get a little bit of work done this morning, and now we are here in Chinatown having some lunch. So our first course of the meal has just arrived. So we've got Craig, who doesn't care to participate in this video right now because he's enjoying the food while it's hot. But I am a dedicated vlogger, so here I am telling you all about it. So, Craig, what are we having?
Kung Pao chicken.
Yep. So, excited to give this a try. I guess we'll sample while we're on camera. We've got another course coming. We are doing the steamed barbecue pork buns. So that'll be an interesting thing to try. That's really good. It's very tender. Alright, so now that our full meal has arrived, we'll give you a quick rundown of everything we've got. So here we've got the Kung Pao chicken, which is like what you would order at P.F. Chang's, but it's exponentially better. So it's not too spicy, but it's got a great flavor to it. We ordered a side of jasmine rice, which is a staple for any Asian meal. And we've got the steamed pork buns over here, which Craig has almost finished. So I think that means they're probably good, right? Craig has approved. Good job. All right, so welcome back to Craig and Jordan's Adventures in San Francisco. Trying to think where we last left off. I think maybe we were in the restaurant for lunch having dim sum. In any case, so we've trekked around the city a little bit. It's kind of fortunate. The North Beach area is really close to Chinatown. North Beach is also Little Italy. They're kind of one and the same, I think. So it's kind of cool. You don't get too many opportunities in this life to have Chinese food in one place and then round the corner and you're off to Italian food in the next. So so we wandered around for a bit. We really didn't do too much. Our first stop in Chinatown was we went to the Golden Gate fortune cookie factory. So we got some lovely souvenirs, which I'll show you in just a second. So we went there and we got some free samples. Actually, their samples are kind of interesting looking. So they were hot and fresh when they first gave them to us. But so as you can see, they're like, this is how they give them out. But when they put the papers in them, they fold them while they're hot. But when we got these, they were nice and fresh. We have a couple left now because they gave us like 6 free samples. So we went there, made a few purchases, walked around Chinatown, took an obligatory photo at the Dragon's Gate archway that everyone's so familiar with. And then we decided it was time to warm up with some coffee. So we trekked our way up to North Beach and went to Cafe Trieste, where we got, I got an espresso and Craig got a cafe mocha, which was interesting because they served his cafe mocha in like a glass drinking cup. It was interesting. So, but they were both very good. My espresso was extremely robust and dark, and his cafe mocha was like almost chocolate milk with a splash of coffee. So we kind of shared and got both ends of the spectrum. After that, we decided it was time for a snack. So we got a slice of pizza from the world's smallest pizza shop. So not officially, but it kind of felt that way to me. So it was pretty crowded and there was a little bit of a line, but not too bad. So we ended up bringing it out here to this park. So we're in Washington Square right now. It's gotten a little empty since we've been here because it's a little bit chilly outside, but got lots of dogs roaming around and chasing balls and people having a good time. So we just finished off our pizza and we're about to head over to Coit Tower for some nice views of the city. So where did we last leave off? I think we were in the park over at Washington Square in North Beach. So we finished our pizza there and walked over to Coit Tower, where there was quite the wait to get inside. we waited in line there for about 45 minutes to get to the top. We spent about 20 seconds at the top filming around, getting some nice views. Totally worth the $9 per person that we paid to get up there. It was really pretty, so it really was worth it, but it just seemed funny that we did not spend very much time up there. But we were cold and decided to get out of the cold, so we did a little lap around some of the bars near our dinner restaurant. So we went to a place, I think it's pronounced Ideal, but it's like an Italian restaurant, so it's probably like Ideally or something, you know, appropriated like that. Anyway, it's Ideale, I believe. So I had some really good tortellini that was stuffed with duck, and I had a tomato sauce and cherry tomatoes and mushrooms. It was delicious. Craig, what did you have? He had the lamb chops, which were like breaded and fried, so kind of like chicken parm, except for there was like no sauce with it. It just came with potatoes that were also fried. So, but it was good. I think mine was better. What? What did you say? I said I thought mine was better.
Mine was very good.
Yours was good. Mine was better. Alright.
Mine was just too small.
Yeah, Craig's complaint was that it wasn't enough food. So anyway, and then we topped off our meal with some tiramisu, and then we headed back to our hotel so that I could put some leggings on. We went to a bar called Rye, which had a great selection of whiskeys, all kinds. There were ryes, scotch. They had a really tempting flight full of Pappy Van Winkle for only $75. I thought it was a steal, but we decided not to splurge since we had a fancy dinner. And we did not realize that the New Year's party at this bar was with a Mexican flair, and so they had a taco bar while we were there, which was great. And the tacos were 2 for $5, which is like, oh my god, cheap in the middle of San Francisco. That's amazing. So naturally, Craig had 2 orders of the 2 for $5 tacos. So, and then they passed out tequila to everyone to do a tequila shot at midnight, which nobody drank. Well, at least we didn't drink it, and the people next to us didn't drink it. We were sipping on some scotch. So I got to try a delicious bourbon barrel aged scotch from Glenfiddich. It was the Glenfiddich 15 aged in a bourbon barrel. And Craig got to try one of the Highland Park whiskeys. And before that, Craig, what was the name of the rye that you tried? Diggle? Dickel. Okay, well, before that, Craig got to try a rye called Dickel that came from a recommendation from a friend. So it was a good night for whiskey. And now it is approximately 12:37, and I am ready for bed because it's 3:37 at home, which means I've officially messed up on my sleep. So yay for that, yay for sleeping in tomorrow, and stay tuned for some fun, lazy adventures through the city. Our last day in San Francisco. So thanks again for watching, and please push the subscribe button if you'd like to see more. Bye!